it's a PowerPoint presentation, but so I don't know if it'll come up, but it's pretty awesome.
Wow. I'm saying wow about the scope of what he did.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I know. I sent him all kinds of information and stuff and reports and whatever. And I was like, I have no idea how to find out like enrollment or anything. I said I would see if you can go to the SAU website or something. And
Seeing that's 5 o'clock, let's open up the meeting. Please rise for the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
that non-public should be A, not C. So
Okay.
I just realized that.
Alright. It's nice to see you all again.
Yeah.
How was everybody's weekend?
Long.
Yeah.
It was
good.
It
Not
was
much rain.
good. Got a lot done.
Yeah, wherever you were. Yeah.
Did you work all weekend, Lou?
Pretty much, yeah.
The honey-do list?
It was the only time I can get into certain places.
Oh.
Yeah, because they're running so many patients through there every day that, and I need to, to get in
so
there
you
without
actually
disturbing them.
worked.
That's work, yeah.
Anyway,
The weekend's the work.
yeah.
So, yeah, relatively light agenda for this evening, but we'll see where we go.
Yeah.
So
10
is there,
o'clock.
before we get going, is there anything that either of you guys had brought in this evening that you wanted to talk about, so we didn't forget it? Sometimes we get to the end of the meeting and,
Yeah.
forgot to hit that, you know?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I can't.
This is a memory test, isn't it?
We all
And then we'll
fail.
see if we do it again. at the end. Yeah.
We'll all be in the Alzheimer's ward.
Huh?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Yeah, so this, what the heck was it? Only thing I had was just wanted to remind people that we have our state primary next Tuesday from 7 to 7 at Messinic. So come on out and vote.
And so the town clerk's office will be closed.
Okay, the town's clerk's office will be closed that day as well.
So we didn't get a pre-primary candidates night then.
No,
No.
no.
Well, we didn't really have time to do it.
Well, we would have if we would have planned it.
Well, no, because I mean we talked about it 2 weeks ago, and then you
Right,
would've
but
had
we
a
knew
week
this
to
date
email
was.
and yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we just dragged
Yeah.
our feet.
And the three of us need to be there too, right?
Yes.
Okay, just wanted to confirm.
Unless you want to get a proxy.
Have someone
Yeah.
sworn in for you.
Yeah, that's an option too. Yeah.
Selectmen pro
Somebody else,
tem.
yeah, serve for you
Oh,
for the
yeah.
day.
You'll have to take a vacation day. Do you get vacation time?
No, I'm a per diem employee.
Oh, there you go. So you can just say, hey, I'm not
Yeah.
coming in.
I get
Yeah.
no benefits.
There wasn't so much of the energy too behind it because there was a little bit of push to have a primary 2 years ago from some candidates, and that same push wasn't really there. You know, like nobody had reached out directly to want to, and the one that I had an opportunity to ask didn't see the need for it for himself, and felt that the other people that he works with would feel the same way. So
So that's on our old new. Do you guys want to see who wins the primary and then schedule something in October for?
I thought you have it right here.
Yeah. The primary
24th.
people, or no, that's different. That's the state reps coming in.
Oh,
So
Mm.
so whoever wins the primary, invite those people, or do you just wanna?
Do you wanna go
Now
ahead?
that-
So I
now
guess
that
it's
the
kinda where it's
primaries-
at, do we wanna do this anyways, even
Right.
though there wasn't that same push from different parties the last time?
yeah, I don't know if there's any new candidates who would want it.
Yeah.
We could certainly throw it out and see what the response that we get, if you wanted to,
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean, but then what do we do if one person says yes?
Yeah.
Then
Never
we
mind.
won't hold
You're
it.
the only one.
And did we like the format from last year? These are all things that we can get into after Tuesday's vote, I suppose. On the 17th, we can speak about it to see what
Yeah, 'cause
path we
really
wanna
it would
take.
just be the reps and maybe the Senate,
Yeah.
at the state level
Mm-hmm.
in all likelihood.
I'm pretty sure the governor isn't gonna show up.
But you never know.
You do never know.
No,
True.
they may.
Yeah. We could do it October 22nd, maybe.
We did have governor candidates 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that was very last minute.
Yeah. Yeah. And we did that before the primary?
It must have been because there was several
Yeah, I feel like
Republicans.
it was before
Okay.
the primary.
Alright.
Mhm.
So we'll see what the results are on the 10th. And then
Well, we'll just discuss it on the 17th.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Or do you wanna start planning now? Regardless.
Well, I was gonna say,
How do you wanna go about it?
you wanna schedule it, we can do maybe the October 15th or the 22nd. And then, as that candidate's night, and whoever wins, I can shoot them an email and say, hey, both sides.
Yeah.
Or not do it, whatever you want,
Hmm.
whatever you guys wanna do.
Yeah, there's still quite a bit of time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
the
I'm just
election,
thinking
so-
they have busy schedules, so.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know if they,
I agree with doing it on, talking about it at the 17th and finalizing it at that point.
Yeah, the one comment
Well,
I got last time we did it was you didn't give enough notice.
Yeah, and then that also
People
puts us
didn't know.
2 weeks behind more. So what do we wanna do? Do you wanna just pick a night and,
Well, we don't know if they wanna come. I guess
that's
we-
why you throw out the invitation first. And then we'll see, what the responses are and adjust accordingly.
I'd like to see what the result of the primary are first, before,
Yeah, so you don't invite people that aren't even
well,
on
yeah.
the ticket.
right.
Well, that's what I'm
Right,
saying,
it
once
has
we
to be
find
done
out
after.
how much, who wins the primary,
Yeah.
and then once we know who's gonna be on the ballot, then I can send out an email.
Yep.
To all of them like I did
Oh.
last year, 2 years ago, whatever it was.
But if we have a date picked out, like
Right.
preloaded,
That's what
and
I'm
like
saying.
get the work done so that can go
Because-
out.
Yeah,
We will be there, at least for the town's results.
right,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
And it's an officially noticed meeting. We could decide that night, couldn't we?
Yeah.
Would that be proper?
The only reason not to do it is that this meeting going, like this goes out ahead, so it almost serves as pre-notice. Whereas if we decide to do something like that night, we're still
Right, but then
Yeah.
we could start the legwork.
okay.
But
Alright. Yeah.
And we'll probably have at least one of the reps, couple of them there
Mm-hmm.
at the polls. I don't
Alright.
know.
We'll talk about it Tuesday.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Yeah, and it's not a wicked, an earth-shattering decision
Yeah.
being made
Yeah.
or anything. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, just setting a date and then seeing if there's interest.
Yep. Alright. Fair enough, Lou?
Yes.
Alright.
I mean, granted, we will only know New Ipswich's results for the reps
Mm-hmm.
and whatnot, but
Okay. Alright.
Debbie?
So I have one application for a cleaning person, but Jenny boosted it today on Facebook again, and right before I came in here, I had 2 inquiries right in a row, like bang bang. So, I guess we'll carry on with that process.
was the application in here
No,
or? Oh,
and Carlene has been cleaning the last 2 weeks.
wow.
She does such a great job. Just saying. So, yeah, so I told one of them to come in, and so he's a veteran-owned company. And I think he said he's from town. And, yeah. Wapak
Yeah.
Industries.
Yeah, we don't have to go through that.
Yeah.
No, though.
So, but it's a veteran-owned company or whatever, and he said he'd be interested in putting a bid together, a proposal, so that would be cool. And then there was another person right before that, like within a minute before that. So, and then we have that other person who already applied, so maybe within the next week or so we can, yeah, so maybe we can figure it out on the 17th.
Yeah.
Okay. 17th. Cool. NHMA is having their annual conference on the October 30th and 31st. I don't know if you guys want to go.
What conference?
Their annual NHMA conference, the 2-day conference
Oh, okay.
over at the Doubletree in Manch. Is that Manch? Yeah.
I'll pass on
Yeah, I
that
won't
this
be
year.
able to.
I'm going, Jenny might go, Steven's going.
Mm-hmm.
They have a Minutes for Morons class.
Oh, yeah.
I love that. I will be taking that. Let's see what else. Cleaning update. I think that's about it. Can't think of anything else that's
No
that's
updates
shared.
on,
No. Nothing. I haven't heard a
Need
word.
that no button.
I know.
on the town garage, brownfield.
No, nothing. It's like typical government dragging your feet
But
stuff.
they're not government, are they?
Well, the funding is, I think, the Brownfield grant.
And then, was there any progress on the generators or?
Yes. So we have to yank out a shrub back here, tree, whatever it is. I don't know.
Something.
Bush, something that was planted. For the one for here, they have to. We're gonna dig the hole in the trench for the 1,000-gallon propane over at the fire department. So shouldn't cost much. A little bit extra for piping, but Peter said that was about it.
Is the DPW doing that or?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, nothing from Brownfield.
So the generators are moving along.
Yes, thankfully.
How about up there? At the
I haven't heard anything about that,
Mm.
so either way. Well, I haven't heard anything about the DPW either. I think they're just focusing right now on the fire department and getting that in.
Oh, and before the meeting, you mentioned that requested to go to 4 10-hour days.
Oh, yes.
DPW.
Thank you. I have it written down right here too.
Okay.
So they have been 4 10-hour days since May, and they normally end it in August, but he asked if they could do it till the end of September. The 4 10-hour days, so.
I have no objection. Doesn't
Yeah, I don't see any problem with it. I'm trying to get every bit of daylight out, I'd imagine, of the day, and
Yeah, as long as there's daylight.
yeah.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Although I suppose they can always go in the shop, but
Yeah. So, what are your thoughts, Lou?
I'm fine or ambivalent.
I was literally thinking ambivalent in my head. That's funny.
it was close to abstain, but not quite.
Yeah.
No.
No,
Do you need to vote on that, or is it
Make
just
a motion to
okay.
extend the 4 10-hour work days through the end of September for 2024.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Cool. Thank you. I'm glad you said that. It's because I had it written in purple. I didn't see it. I guess I don't know. Let's see. Anything else? I'm sure I'll think of something.
Alright. We had it slated, to discuss that second driveway that Ken Lettinen had come in to talk about a couple weeks ago. I haven't had a chance to talk to anybody about it to get any other differing opinions or anything, and I don't know, is it just a scenario we just leave it alone for right now because there's no structure on the property and
that's what I think.
just using it
When
for
you say leave it alone, meaning not allow it, or just go ahead and allow it?
Ignore it.
Neither.
yeah, because it's not necessarily going to be the permanent access spot if it's like chosen over there. It's just so we can get equipment in. So
Okay,
Maintain.
the only thing
Yeah.
is I would like to, and I'll throw this out just as an idea, that if equipment is being moved in or out, that there be some people out on the road that are watching for the traffic and
There is none. There is no traffic. It's at the beginning of a class 6 road.
okay.
yeah, it's down at the end of Collins at that turnaround.
At that turnaround, okay,
Yeah,
that's fine.
yeah.
So the only, may I? Is it okay?
Sure.
The only thing I was thinking about is because he took that rock wall down and that temporary permit says when you're done doing what you're doing, you have to put the rock wall back because it's a boundary. So that's the only,
He's not done though.
well, the reason he got the permit was for the logging operation. The logging is done. So technically, he's supposed to put the rock wall back
And it has been.
up to with a 20-foot
There's
gap.
there's a gap in there.
Right. So that's
But most of it has been reconstructed.
correct. Right. But the 20-foot where he wants to go in and out is not. So
Yeah. It kind of seems to just fall into an odd spot, except for the rock wall aspect. And
I agree. It doesn't fit any of the definitions in the driveway regs.
Yeah.
It doesn't fit the definition of an access point, and it doesn't fit the definition of a driveway. So
So. I don't know.
I'm happy to
Well,
just
so-
drop it.
If it doesn't if it's never going to be a driveway and it's going to be used as a temporary parking area for the equipment, even though it was part of a logging road, we could probably let it go, but the rest of the stone wall has to be put up when.
It already is. He put the rest of the stone wall back.
I thought you said there was still
He,
an opening.
it was a big stone wall.
Mm-hmm.
He put it back together.
But
There's
left it
20
20.
feet in the middle where this temporary driveway and where he wants to make the permanent driveway. That part of the rock wall is not put back together. Obviously, if you're going to use it, you're not going to have to move rocks every time.
So where is the laws? What do the laws say on stone walls? Do we know?
It's RSA's. Has to do, you can't, if they're property boundaries, you're not supposed to.
But I mean, any new property.
But you can
if you put
request
a
an
new
extension.
driveway in,
Right,
you remove stone
right,
walls.
exactly.
So that's not a driveway.
But this isn't a driveway.
That's what I'm wondering. What the law says. Are you forbidden from removing a segment of a stone wall to get your tractor in the woods to cut firewood? That's my question.
Yeah, that you're allowed to do.
Are you?
But then you'd have
That's
to
a
put it back.
special exception.
Well, I'm curious. Because I've heard this before.
Yeah. I mean, I almost feel like let it go as it is, but if he decides to build a building, then he has to get a driveway permit.
Yeah.
If he builds a barn or whatever, you know what I mean?
Well, that's
'Cause
why
then
you're gonna
it's-
put that note in the property file that access isn't
It's
a
not
permanent access point.
Right.
Just so that when it gets pulled. And just furthermore that there were no approvals made for it.
And there can't be because we don't have that line of sight,
Correct.
even though it's a dead end road or whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
So if a building is applied for, if a building permit is applied for, he would then, at that point, would need to come before the select board for permission.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Select board or the
Select board.
zoning board?
Select board.
Select board.
Which, at that point, we still can't do it, give it to him because it's doesn't fit the line of sight.
Well, it's just shy, and it's on the class 6 part that the line of sight is like 40 feet short. Or
You have to
something
go
like
see
that.
it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
The side where anyone would come in from that line of sight is fine. It's the other side
Well, the way I look at it
that
right
nobody
now,
goes through.
it's a tomorrow problem, not a today problem.
Oh, no, you know kicking cans, man.
That's what we were thinking. Yeah, leave it alone for now.
I think it'd be good.
Okay, all right. So I'll send him an email saying that.
Yeah.
And I will put the minutes in the property file. I'll upload it.
So
Okay.
this one says.
Cool. The state reps, they picked a date, September 24th at 7 p.m.
Okay.
And I will be gone, but don't let him
Oh no.
stop. Yeah.
That's a bummer.
Yeah. I would have loved to have been there.
You can zoom in. if
I'll
you
go
want.
for you and you could take my place.
Not sure my family would agree with that, but
Yeah. Wouldn't that be interesting?
Nice try for a vacation.
Husband
Yeah.
swap. No. Just no.
Alright.
do.
Okay.
Did they give you any idea of any type of subject matter?
No,
No?
I think just like an update of what they did, you know, this year, and there's a couple of hot topics, I guess, coming up.
Okay.
So,
Thank you for working on that and getting that finalized.
no problem. I love having them in.
And then the other road related item that we had for tonight was to discuss the Nemi Road, changing that status or not. And it looks like it's pretty simple that it would need to go to town vote in order for that to occur.
Right. Yeah, the rules say you have to have a public hearing and all
Yeah.
that. So I asked Peter to send me an email about that, his opinion.
Yeah.
So he said, I recommend changing Nemi from a class 5 to a class 6. It is not easy to grade because the road is so narrow. The sides of the road on both sides are way too high, so water can't run off until the bottom in between both hillsides or at the end of the road. This washes out the road and the ditches. In wintertime, there's not a lot of room to turn around, especially when the snowbanks build up. Over the years, a lot of time and material has been spent on Nemi Road for not a lot of houses. And then so that was his recommendation for Nemi Road, and then he also brought out the East Old Country Road thing again. I asked him to include that. So after we discuss Nemi, we can move on to that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it just, I guess I wonder how that works. Like, cause it's illegal to have a house on a class 6 road unless the selectmen give you permission.
Yeah.
And so we'll be,
But they're pre-existing, so
They're pre-existing, it's illegal to build
yeah, it's not
Yeah.
illegal
right,
to build.
but
it's,
so
without,
what is this
without
reverse thing
selectmen's,
here?
yeah, without
We're gonna
selectmen's,
pull it out.
okay.
so they're already there. They're existing. So
Understood,
yeah,
but by doing that, then we automatically kick in that
you're creating a non-conforming.
a non-conforming residence, and then I guess we'd have to.
But the residents already exist, so it's a
Right, but we're
pre-existing,
making them
it-
non-conforming.
but it's a pre-existing non-conforming.
Right now, it's conforming.
So you can have houses on a class 6 road,
Right, don't the selectmen have to give permission?
only to build on it. These guys are already built. If someone wanted to build a new house on Nemi Road, then yeah, you'd have. If
Mhm.
it turned into a class 6, then the selectmen would have to. But the existing houses are fine. I mean, there's houses on Old Peterborough that was discontinued. There's, you know what I mean. So it's not like we have either discontinued roads in town or class 6 that people don't live on. It's just new buildings have to be approved.
I wonder what kind of legal precedence there is.
I mean, it's in the Hard Road to Travel book, so I'm sure. I mean,
It's in there.
there must have been tons of towns that have done that in order
Wow,
for them
there's
to
been
give
people-
guidance. Yeah,
Yeah.
in order them to give
Which-
guidance on it.
Which section
You
is
know,
it in?
I
noticed
printed it out.
Well, I think
It's in your pile.
that only goes so far, but
Yeah.
there's actually more information like in subsequent chapters.
Right.
Yeah.
About that, but
Yep.
this was just how to change the classification.
Yeah.
Is what I printed out down below, I think. Yeah. So
And I haven't been down to even look at it or
I don't need that.
gain some type of understanding of the history of that road at all. I just
Yeah, well, whatever the history was, it's now flanked with conservation.
Right.
It's
Right.
all non-buildable.
Non-buildable.
There's one house at the end of it. There's, I don't know, 2 or 3 houses at the very beginning, which we could start the class 6.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'd have to designate
them
where the class 6
houses.
starts too.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that was the motivation, just the
Right.
fact that the newest piece of conservation isn't for public access.
Right.
So why would we continue a road out to something that the public
Can't go to.
can't
yeah.
go to?
So when can we schedule the public hearing? Be nice to get it on the March ballot.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Do you think
look at
so?
the timelines, yeah. Without looking at it and understanding why not,
Mm.
then it seems like it makes sense.
So why don't
To do
we
that.
do you want to do a site visit on the 17th? Go out there? Like at 4 o'clock or something, or 4:30? Or at 5, whatever.
17th. I mean,
Yeah,
or if we knock off early today. There's still
yeah, we could take a ride out,
Yeah.
then then we can discuss it on the 17th, what we see.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that.
I mean, you wouldn't even really need daylight. It's
Yeah.
a town road, and you'll see everything you need to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, just get like talking points, usually get like a couple questions and then,
Right.
yeah,
And then I think I can't remember the timeline. I think it's 14 days that you have to post for the public hearing. So I mean, it would be a public hearing. If nobody complains, then we would do a warrant article
yeah,
and put it on the ballot,
Or if, I mean, even if,
or not. If
yeah,
people say
no matter what the response is,
Yeah.
we still can put it on the ballot.
right.
alright.
All right, cool. That's all I had.
Then I'll bring that to the planning board tomorrow night too. Just let them know what we're thinking about.
Did the planning board have any opinion on that wetland thing?
They hadn't said anything, like hadn't brought it to them. Yeah, the second driveway.
Yeah, they haven't had a meeting since.
I don't think the planning board has anything to do with the class 6 road.
Well, they set the regs. You know,
The zoning.
so we're talking about the second driveway.
Oh, the second
in the
driveway.
driveway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought we were talking about the class 6 road.
No,
Switch gears.
but I can tomorrow night as well, or not, because we're leaving it alone.
Yeah.
What's that?
The second driveway,
Oh,
not non-driveway. Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
You made your decision. That
Yeah.
might cause a ruckus.
John's good at causing ruckuses.
Alright. You got anything you wanna chat about before we go into non-public, Lou?
Nope.
Jason?
Um,
So I get the second call out
I
of the way.
will say that the Heritage Commission, along with the Historical Society, have finally attempted to start on a grant for the Old Town Hall. So there's what is it, 7 of 7?
7 of 7 or something,
From
yeah.
the New England
England.
Preservation Alliance.
Yeah,
They'll pick 7 buildings
in the state.
to give a grant for.
So.
So it was Emery Traffy from the Historical Society. Well, I walked her through on Children's Fair Day,
Oh, nice.
and she was like, "Oh, this would be great."
Right.
And she really, thank you, Emery. She just put together the application. She's a member of the Historical Society.
Oh, I thought Fran
And then
did that.
her and Fran
Oh, okay.
together, I think Emery did a lot of the legwork,
Nice.
and then we just got a response.
Oh, yeah? I didn't see it.
If I can pull it up. Well, not just, but on August 30th, they responded back and said, "Dear Team New Ipswich, thank you for this nomination submission. And then it's been years since I was at the old town hall, and I'm excited to see this come across my desk.
Really?
Yeah, we'll be in touch if we have any questions. Otherwise, we anticipate letting applicants know decisions shortly after September 9th.
Ooh, that's quick.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
exciting.
But she put together a package. I mean, she had
Oh,
all
this is
these
Emery?
pictures from the Historical
Yeah.
Society. And
Yeah.
Wow, she must have like a lot of work really
Yeah.
fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what are they gonna do with it? Is it, they're gonna leave it
So
there,
the
or they're
idea-
gonna move it somewhere else?
No, the idea would be to restore it and get it back to what was put in the application was we want to use it again.
Yeah.
And there are hurdles.
Oh yeah.
Everybody knows that.
Right.
So
Because they don't own a whole lot of land around the building.
it's at the eaves.
It's literally at the drip edge of the building.
Yeah, so that's pretty.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
I mean, may not get it this year, but now the foot is in the door.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Any luck with the Boston Post cane?
Oh yeah.
I haven't.
No. Alright.
I did see your email on that or something.
It was like a text. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a text.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was you that sent
It
that.
may be in the Historical Society's possession.
Oh yeah.
Alright, if you want.
That was when I
That's
texted and
interesting.
said, I might have a candidate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, did you want me to have Jenny put something on Facebook?
Absolutely. That's
Yeah.
a really
Because
neat
that night
tradition.
it was kind of.
And the one resident that I talked to said, I would love to have that.
You do realize you have to give it back. Okay, so I'll put something on Facebook. In the
And then-
website.
What about the 275th?
Softly got into it at the last Autumn Fest meeting. We had a couple new community members come to join up with the Autumn Fest committee, and they seem like they like it and they're gonna attend another meeting, and if everything goes well, would be interested in staying on, for the 275th as well. But there wasn't any real
No plans later.
So
no.
I have had a couple of, probably 3 or 4 now, interested people
Good.
that, so
Awesome.
I think we need to like have an official 275th
So,
committee.
Emery is one.
Okay.
She's already started work on it.
Oh, alright.
On when I was talking with her, and I think she's starting to. She has some ideas
Okay,
for fundraising.
okay.
Alright.
So I think we should have like a meeting,
Yeah,
Just
she should be.
275th.
She should be invited.
you know?
She was doing it on behalf of the Historical Society again.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
and we had already said Historical Society should
Yeah, it's
definitely be involved in
definitely
the,
part of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so,
So-
yeah, because it's kind of like a neat. We were talking about that general area. We have the Congregational Church.
yeah,
Down to like that Pizza Haven Square, the park, and then up to Boynton School. There's so many different fields and abilities, like to potentially have these different
Yeah.
satellite spots.
okay, yeah.
So Emery has been in contact with the Barrett House.
Oh, that'd be
Excellent.
cool
That's
too.
one thing that we had talked about.
Yeah.
Getting, and then I think it was your son had brought up, or Peter,
Something, yeah.
about the how they used to do the Civil War reenactments
Yeah.
right on the
Or
like the
Revolutionary.
Yeah.
or Revolutionary.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember,
Yeah.
and that was through the Barrett House in that field.
And that would be all kind of like that tone that I think that we'd hope to strive for, and having the museum a part of it as
Yeah.
well. Just seems like it could be a real good town common, like if you looked
Yeah.
at that 1,000-foot view.
Right.
So we're gonna invite the museum owner
So
as
I
well?
think we
Yeah.
should
Good.
probably do something on Facebook and as well as the website saying, hey, we're gonna have a meeting on October 10th at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock, whatever, for 275th. Anyone interested? We're looking for ideas and volunteers and whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And this is
And-
the day of the meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, to get a lot more notice
Do
and
you
a
want
lot
to do
more.
that like October 10th? It's a month away, a little over a month.
Um,
Because we need to get organized. Time is running out really quick. And that's after Autumn Fest.
That's a
Autumn Fest is
Thursday.
the 5th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and actually be a good day. Just make sure Mindy's like good
Yeah.
with that day
She
too. But
usually does Thursdays.
it'd be a good wrap up day for Autumn Fest, and then
So
Alright.
that'd be on a Thursday.
So I'll have Jenny post something Thursday, October 10th
mhm.
at 6:30 or what time you think?
Yeah, probably 7.
7?
Yeah.
Okay. And anyone interested, I'll send out emails to people I have, like I know the Patriotic Purposes, they were interested in it, so I'll send them to them and like just to let you know.
Yeah.
But I'll also have Jenny put it on Facebook and the website.
Yeah, and I don't really, this aside from like having something like that reenactment, the war reenactment.
Mm-hmm.
I'd imagine you might have to book out, sometime in advance, but maybe there'd be one that would be willing to want to come over from wherever they typically do it or
Yeah.
shift
Yeah,
over.
the
But
interesting thing, there was never any shots fired here. So I don't know how I guess they would just do like a skirmish or
yeah,
something.
probably a skirmish. Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, we need to Hollywood that though.
Do we?
Yeah.
Called Mel Gibson,
There was a movie
Patriot.
made in New Ipswich.
Even if it's just the smoke coming out of the end of the rifle.
Oh, and then hayride's going. Like kind of
Between-
connect, like
between-
people that can't
In the middle
walk.
of
Yeah,
the battlefield?
yeah, it's the shuttles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we could use the horse-drawn casket thing.
Oh,
The
hey, there you
horse-drawn
go, the
horse.
hearse.
Hearse.
Might need a little axle grease on that thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe get the Wachusett up and running.
Yeah, Travis was talking to me about that, and then I was like, could actually have that trailer that the Patriotic Committee
Yep.
built,
Yep.
Mhm.
and you could have possibly the Children's Fair
Mhm.
trailer,
Yeah.
and have them always at opposite ends.
Mhm. Going back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Kind of neat because there's a lot of walking, but
Yeah.
yeah, and then depending on the layout, like if how
Right.
everything works out, yeah, could be a neat,
Yeah.
small town
I know.
celebration community
And
for
not
our
costing
community.
like
Yeah.
$75,000 like Jackie did. They had bands and like famous bands, not just local bands.
Yeah.
Fireworks, all kinds of stuff.
Yep.
Crazy. Who
Yeah.
said I missed it? Anyways,
That'd be nice.
October 10th.
yeah, October
What
10th,
time?
7 o'clock. Cool.
We're gonna have that here. And you and I, would you plan on making it there?
October 10th?
Yeah, for our 275th
Mhm.
celebration, so
Yeah.
we'll need a quorum, Monty and
It'd be a select
So,
board meeting at that
Is
point.
it gonna
Yeah.
be? Well, is it gonna be? Are you gonna be voting on anything as selectmen?
we still have to. Yeah, I mean, it's town business,
Yeah.
no problem. I'm just noticing it.
Okay. Cool.
That's all I got.
That's all I
Lou?
got.
Nothing.
Debbie.
Nope.
Jason.
Nope.
Thank you, Ron.